Are you a low risk investor? Are you a medium risk investor? Or are you a high risk degen, kind of like myself? No matter what you are, guys, I've got 3 portfolios for all of you guys today. We're going to go and have a look at some coins. We're going to look at what portfolio you specifically should be picking. But before we do get into that, guys, again, if you find any information at any point in this video useful, click the subscribe button. Let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, now there's going to be a lot of people who still have no idea what coins they should be investing into the market. They have no idea their risk tolerance. They have no idea what coin fits their risk tolerance. Don't worry, in today's video, gang, I've got all of you. Now, there are going to be a few questions that before we do get into the portfolios, you guys need to ask yourselves / answer for yourselves as well. It's important that you guys know exactly, number 1, what your goals are, number 2, what you're going to use the money for. Okay, what is your goal in crypto? And I don't necessarily just mean a dollar amount, because a lot of us would have the goal to make $1 million in crypto, right? That's the dream. But what is your actual goal? Is it to start to make a nest egg for yourself? Is it to go on an absolute shitters of a holiday with the lads at the end of the year? Do you want to propose to your wife, right? Know what your goal is, because if you have a clear goal in mind, guys, you're going to be edging towards that goal very, very easily when in comparison to trying to aim for something with no clear vision, right? What are you going to use the money for? You guys know my goal is to pay off mortgage. Pay off the mortgage, make sure that I can just chill for the next 5, 10, 15 years with a nice nest egg there, and maybe have a few holidays along the way as well. Make sure I'm able to buy Costas every single day from Uber Eats, okay? That's my dream life, guys. What's yours? Pause the video, let me know in the comments. Second question that people don't ask themselves enough. Can you handle volatility? Can you handle it, guys? Because if you can't handle volatility, you can probably invest into the low risk portfolio, but you're probably better having your money outside of crypto. People want 500%, 1000%, 10,000% returns, right? 100x returns for those of you who don't deal in percentages, right? But you can't handle volatility to the downside. We need 10, 20, 30, 40% corrections on the downside for us to experience that gain in the long term, guys, right? If it wasn't for a bear market, nobody would ever make a 10x. People seem to think that things can only go up forever. Guys, there's going to be volatility along the way. Be honest with yourself. And it doesn't matter if Joe Blogs in the comments says, I can handle volatility. It's based on yourself, not on anyone else. You know your risk tolerance better than anyone else. Next, is this your first time investing? Is it? Because if it's your first time investing, guys, cryptocurrency is going to be super tricky for you. I know there's going to be a lot of people watching the video right now who you've been with me on the journey for a long time, but there's also a lot of newbies in the market at the moment as well. And again, I was a newbie, as was everybody watching the video at some point in their investment lifetime, right? I started off in stocks and gold and silver. I then was able to understand markets a little bit more. And then I was also able to understand volatility as well. However, if this is your first time investing and your mate at the gym says to you, hey, invest into XRP, it's going to go to the moon, and then it goes up 10% in a day, you think that you're an absolute hero, or your mate's a hero, and that this is easy. This is exactly how I found it in my first run, guys. I remember making like 500% off one coin in a week. Didn't sell anything. Didn't understand that there's pullbacks on the way. Didn't understand how to DCA out as well. That's going to be another video that we get into, is DCA out strategies. If you want that, let me know in the comments. If it's your first time investing, guys, okay, not financial advice, but if you're aiming for high risk portfolios, you're more likely to be dealing with emotion. And just understand that when it comes to these markets, emotions is the #1 killer of people's success. And then the last thing for us to understand is, when are we getting into the market? Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of us that were in the market for years. Maybe this is your first bull run, so you might have been in here for at least a year. But if you're new to the market, this is your first time getting into crypto, you're getting into the market now in the later stages of the market, so you must manage your expectations. There are going to be a lot of people like myself who have bought coins early, which are up a stupid amount, right? My Solana average price was around $20, about $18, guys. So I'm already 1,000% ahead of everybody that wants to get into Solana now. In fact, we've actually DCA'd out of Solana. We've DCA'd out of HBAR. We've DCA'd out of XRP. And these are 3 coins that people come up to me when I see them out and about and they say, hey, Lex, what do you think of XRP? I've just bought 5 grand of XRP. I've just bought Solana. Isn't Solana going to go up? They reckon it's going to go to 1,000, 2,000. People like myself don't really need that, guys. So if you get into the market early, you're going to be able to get out early. If you're getting in late, just know that the risk levels are getting higher and higher. Now, with that being said, let's get into portfolio 1. Alright guys, portfolio 1, BOW, is the low risk portfolio. This is going to be $1,000 portfolios, by the way, guys. You can split it up however you want to split it up. I personally wouldn't split it into any more than 4 coins because if you're spread too thin, that could make it a bit more tricky to be making gains, guys. But the portfolio is designed for consistent, lower volatility gains with exposure to high cap established projects that offer upside. It's not gonna 100x overnight, but it should outperform TradFi while minimizing risk. Traditional finance, for all of you guys who don't know what that is, it's going to be like the S&P 500, right? It's going to be the stock market. Stock market on average makes 10.5% a year returns. Okay, Bitcoin average returns much higher than that. Now, the portfolio breakdown, how would I play it? Again, nothing is financial advice. This is just how I would probably do it if I was brand new into the market and I needed low risk returns. Now, blue chip layer 1s, probably about 50% of the portfolio. Strong established projects. Established projects. What would that be, guys? Well, it's going to be ones in the top 10, in the top 20 even. Bitcoin. People look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as expensive. Are they really expensive if they're going to be here for the long run? Many people are expecting Bitcoin to be in the hundreds of thousands, multiple hundreds of thousands in the long run, guys. And if you have a long-term growth mentality, it's going to be easier. ETH 2.6k, the all-time high was at 4k. We haven't even broke the all-time high yet. XRP has had a bit of a run, guys. So again, take it with a pinch of salt. But there are things on here like Cardano, all-time high was $3, guys. Go to the all-time high on CoinMarketCap. Boom, we're still a way away from the all-time high. We've spoke about it before, but they're getting a lot of help from the US, being that they're a US-based company. Things like Chainlink as well, guys. $18 for Chainlink, bridging offline assets to online. Okay, it is essential for the adoption of blockchain. So Chainlink is going to be another one on there. HBAR, you know, massive. Polkadot, massive as well. All of these, in my opinion, are going to be your safer bets, and some of these are still at a stupid discount. Even AVAX, right? AVAX, right, going to be in the real world asset plus gaming sector, super down from all-time highs. So we're going to be investing into some strong established projects. Again, do your own research on these, but that's just a quick little overview of some that I'll be looking at. You're then going to look at some layer 2s and DeFi, so lower risk than altcoins technically, still solid growth. What's a layer 2 is something that's going to scale the layer 1 blockchain. So if we even said, right, L2s of Ethereum, we can go on CoinMarketCap, type in layer 2, maybe. Okay, we can go to layer 2 and top layer 2s by market cap. You'd want to pick something in the top, guys. Mantle been pretty good. Arbitrum, look at things like their fees, their growth, the developer fee, their developer statistics as well, guys. I mean, Arbitrum is super low from the all-time high. It's actually basically at the inception lows, 46 cents. Optimism, another great one. Matic, tried and tested through time, gone from Matic to Polygon, super down from all-time highs. You got Manta here as well, ZK Sync, IMX probably on the list as well. So layer 2s are going to be ones that we'd add maybe 30% to the portfolio. And then lastly, I don't see people talk about this too much, guys, but stablecoins or yield. So again, be careful with what platforms you are putting them into, but you can protect your capital, earn passive income. This is going to be like stablecoin yields. These stablecoin yields can yield sometimes like 10%, 20%, sometimes, you know, 8% ish. So that's going to be the exact same as if you're going to get it into the stock market. Okay, but then also you can just quickly remove that into maybe some blue chip layer 1s, some layer 2s on a big pullback if you did want to start to up the risk a little bit more. But that would be just a basic portfolio breakdown. But there are going to be pros and cons of everything, guys. So it's going to have the lowest volatility in crypto while still beating TradFi. built for long-term compounding gains, 10 to 20% yearly on average. Easy to manage and no daily trading required. So you guys just sit back and let it do its thing. Cons, lower upside than medium to high risk plays. Needs patience, which a lot of you guys need. You need patience, you unpatient motherfuckers. Won't 10x overnight. Still a winning strat over time. So that's going to be the low cap portfolio. Then we come on to the medium risk. This is where you step up and start playing the game properly. It's not about going all in on moonshots, but about calculated risk taking for higher returns than lower risk strats, still maintaining some safety nets. And I want to say, just quick intermission, guys, don't just skip the low cap portfolio if you're new in the market. Don't just go straight to the high risk, guys, because high risk is highly volatile. This is going to be for people that have, you know, maybe a lot more money in the game than necessarily maybe you have to start off with. Doesn't mean you won't be there one day, but a lot of the times people that have the high risk portfolios also have a medium and low risk. So don't just think, all right, I'm going to go for the high risk and it's definitely going to give me higher returns. I've invested into some high cap coins, guys, that are down 80%, okay? Luckily, I only invest like 1% per high risk play, maybe 5% max. But look, I saw this as well. I mean, even if you go online, that's the first tweet that I saw. I got rugged by 6ix9ine, okay? This is just like a little quick intermission to say, people that are going for these high risk plays, these celebrity influencer shit coins, even these government shitters, this has been happening all the time because people are greedy. So that's just a quick intermission to say, don't just skip to the end. Listen. Anyway, back to the medium risk. Now, the strategy. Mix mid to high cap projects with strong fundamentals but higher growth potential. 5 to 7 coins max. Remember, we're not going to try and over diversify to the point where the gains are diluted. 200 to 500 a coin for this portfolio, so you're going to balance your risk and reward. You can hold this for multiple cycles. Take profits when you hit 3 to 5x returns. So a 300% to 500% return, people in crypto think that that's absolutely nothing because they get it in shitcoins in about 4 hours. But when you are trying to play the long game and you're trying to protect your capital, this is amazing, okay? You're not getting this in TradFi. You're not getting it in a stock market cycle, 3 to 500% returns. Why this works, guys? The assets can see 10 to 20x gains in a bull market, okay? They can, right? You're going to try and take profit way before that. You can have moonbag in this as well, guys. But more upside than lower risk plays, but not pure degen gambling like the meme coin market is. As I said before, the market grows 10.5% a year. You're aiming for 300 to 1,000% returns, okay? Risk management's important in this as well. Set sell orders at key resistance levels. Don't FOMO into hype. Stick to projects with strong narratives and clear utility. Avoid single point failure. So if one asset flops, the others should hold up, okay? That's why we've got 5 to 7 coins max on this, whereas before we probably would have maybe had like 4 coins max, right? But don't worry, because if one of these 7 coins goes to absolute shit, you should be protected by others, as my portfolio is. My ones that are 80% down, doesn't matter, my portfolio is still overall up, because my strongest plays at the moment, guys, believe it or not, are coins like Cardano. They're coins like Ethereum, because it was getting it at 1,500, right? Getting Bitcoin pretty cheap as well. And if you want some examples of that, I mean, it is going to be things that just, you can ignore the dollar amount that's just put in there to make it all add up. But things like Solana, I mean, Solana's a little bit overheated now, so maybe Sol isn't going to be the best example for this, but if Sol has put a top in, then don't worry, you should be covered by maybe some L2s that haven't started going yet, like Arbitrum, okay? Safer than small caps. Things like Injective, leader in decentralized finance. Render Network, you know, also on the Sol ecosystem, hasn't really got going as much as Sol did in this run, guys. But AI, decentralized GPU computing, massive demand potential, real world application and adoption right now. They got strong partnerships, guys. IMX, top gaming blockchain with real world adoption, right? There are going to be many more on the list, but what you can do, as we did before, you can go into CoinMarketCap, and then you could just mix some of these top 20, maybe all the way to top 50 coins. Do your research. We would even add things like ICP in there. We'd add Tau in there. You could even add Polygon, Casper in there as well, guys, right? There's a lot of options here of these big blockchain companies that have real-world adoption and that have been tried and tested through time. You just have to do your own research on this one. Now, pros of this one, I mean, look, high returns and low risk portfolios, still a lot less volatile than the degen plays that we're about to get into. You can see 30 to 50% drawdowns in bear markets, which is a con, and to be honest, you're going to see 50 to 80% drawdowns in the actual bear market, and it requires a bit more active management than low risk strategies like your Bitcoin, like your ETH, like maybe Cardano, where you could probably say, right, it's going to be here for the next 1 to 2 cycles at least, and if you do have to survive a bear market, you know that it's going to recover in the next bull market. But that's going to be the medium risk portfolio. And now what all of you disgusting retards have been waiting for, it's the high risk portfolio for $1,000. This portfolio is for those degentards who want massive upside potential. You're willing to accept this thing going to nil, okay? These picks can be 10 to 100x, but they also can see major drawdowns, and that means you get absolutely rugged to shit. I've been rugged many times trying to catch the 100x. Right now, my best is a 50x. I've never got the 100x. Maybe one day if I get it, I'll let you guys know. Only invest what you can afford to lose. This is you go into the casino, put in all your money on red, and then it goes to black. And then you put it all on red because you're like, oh, I know it's going to be black now. And then you put all your money again, same thing happens. Put your money again, same thing happens, right? Eventually you lose all your money and you say, I hate crypto. But you went to the casino in the first place. You should have known what you were in for. Now the portfolio breakdown, you're going to have micro and mid-cap altcoins, 50%. High growth potential, higher risk, okay? So micro and mid-cap altcoins, these are still altcoins, right? You're going to do some narrative plays. So sectors with like AI, GameFi, DeFi, whatever the sector is, okay? We could even say, right, the sector that had the hype was the AI agent sector of like a couple of months ago. You could say AI agents are absolutely pumping, right? The Virtuals protocol was pumping. Maybe Virtual is going to make a comeback. What was the all-time high? Hey, guess what? It went all the way from nothing, okay, to $5. It literally did 100x. It's come all the way back down. I think it's going to come back up. Right, you're accepting that it may just go to zero, okay? If you even want to be more degen, you can go all the way into things like AIXBT, some of these other AI agents, Graphene as well, right? Go down the list. These are going to be your low cap portfolio coins. Not technically shitters right now, but maybe in the future we'll look back and they are. And then you're going to have meme coins / wildcards. Pure speculation, highest risk but explosive gains. The Sol ecosystem is now rotating into the BNB ecosystem for meme coins. Maybe even like base meme coins have been doing pretty well. You could do the same thing. Go on CoinMarketCap, say, hey, what meme coins are going to be the next thing to make me the Dogecoin millionaire, right? Is it animal memes, political memes, maybe it's some meme coins as a whole, right? And you can just go down this list and you can say, I'm an absolute tard. I'm going to close my eyes and pick that one that's just landed on TokenFi. Okay, not really a meme coin, but let's just say we said Grok, okay? We want to invest into Grok because it's going to go back up and Elon's going to pump Grok, right? Whatever you think it is, okay? You can go down there, maybe do a bit of research, see what the community sentiment's like, see if they've got an actively engaged community as well. That's what I'll be doing for meme coins. Is the hype still there? Has it seen an absolute pump and dump like Crow with Knife has, okay? Gone all the way up pretty much, and even know how many percentages that is. And then all the way back down into nothing, okay? If it has done something like this, you want to try and avoid it. But still, even if it's like up here, it could do the same thing. So take it with a pinch of salt. You guys know what the deal is on that one. But with the high risk portfolio, it can be high returns. Just know if this is your first cycle, if it's your first time getting into crypto, it's not going to be as easy as what everybody on Twitter does post. When they post their gains, when they post their screenshots, you got to be careful. This is going to be for people who maybe want another portfolio. Maybe you've got more than $1,000 to invest, and this is just your own $1,000 portfolio separate to your main portfolio. That's how I would see it as well, guys. Have multiple different portfolios if you do have more money. But that's it. That's my 3 risky portfolios. Are you low risk, medium risk, high risk? You let me know. If you want a $5,000 to $10,000 type portfolio deal in another video, let me know in the comments right now. Let me know what you think of this portfolio. Click the subby button. We're on our journey to 15k subs, guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.